Well, good morning, everybody. It's another day in the shop. Gonna be working on the old 31. This video, I think I'm gonna build this tail pan. And he had bought a fiberglass tail pan to go on it. One big problem was when I tried to fit it on here, there's not enough lip on the top of this tail pan to actually bolt it to the underside of this. That was problem number one. Number two, I don't know if you can see on this corner, it doesn't match the corner. The body's out here, there's a gap there. It's okay right here, but it bows out right here, and then it starts bowing in through here. So it's too far in there, it's too far out there, then it bows back out here where it's too far out, and then this corner's got almost a 1/4 inch that it doesn't match the body line. So I looked at it, I talked with him, and I just told him, you know, just let me build one, because I don't like the fiberglass stuff to begin with, and I can make one that's going to actually match, bolt up better, you know, make it curl. If he needs a license plate holder, I'll put the license plate holder in and all that stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do today. We're gonna jump on this. I'm gonna take this one off and get all my measurements and start making it. And what I'm gonna do, I think first, is I'm gonna make the piece that runs across here. And y'all have heard me say before, I don't have a brake big enough to do more than 36 inches. And this tail pan, where's my tape measure at? I'm gonna do my tape measure, hang on. This tail pan, just the width itself, is about 42, and then it's got to turn in on both sides, probably another 2 inches. So 44 to 46 inches across. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut two pieces that are 24 inches. I'm going to flange two pieces. I'm going to flange it in far enough to make sure I got a good lip. There's holes in the bottom of the back of the vehicle here, and I can match them up on the flange, and that way I have a good bolt, good place to bolt the panel up to. And then I'm going to do half and half to match on the top, and then I'll make the bottom part. I'll probably do the same thing on here. I'll probably flange a piece to match down here, and then I'll fill in the center section. I'll probably make a flat section and shape it like I need to shape it, and then I'll come in here, I'll weld it together all as one panel, and then I'll come and cut out for the license plate last and try and make a license plate pocket. So that's the game plan. So if you like to follow me along on this one, stick around. So I'm going to get to work. I think I'm going to put you on some time warp, me pulling this off and all, and getting my measurements and doing all that stuff. So stick with me. All right, let's see how much better that fits. Fits around the corner real good here. Good edge right here. So now I'm gonna cut another piece and do the other side real quick. So I'll just go ahead and do that real quick and then I'll come back. So stick around just a second. All right, got the other piece made. Oops. Got the other piece made. And lines up good on this side. I hammered it in just a little bit too much, but I can tweak that after I get it done, after I get this put together. But now you see where these two pieces, here's the end of this piece is over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this right here with my Sharpie, and I'll know to cut on this side of the line, and those two should butt up perfectly. And I'm going to tack those together, and then I'll clamp them back in place, and then I'm going to start on the middle part, trying to form up the middle part and trying to figure out if I'm going to bead roll anything or not. I hadn't decided yet. So but that's where I'm at, so stick with me on it, and I'm gonna go cut this and tack weld this real quick, and then I'll come back. So hang on. Okay, there it is right there. Lines up pretty nice on both sides. It's got a little bit. Feels pretty good across there. Alright, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take a piece of sheet metal and one side or the other and wrap it around here, and then I got to see how I'm going to curve it down, and then I'm going to do another flange further down to run across. So I think I may flange it and just put a piece of strip in the middle to try and make my shape, how it's going to lay, and then fill it. I don't know. I'm going to play with it for a minute and see. So stand by. Alright, what I decided to do was go ahead and bend bottom pieces to fit under here. But what I ended up doing, I think, you know, I got to show you guys my mistakes. I bent them up, and if you can see, there's a gap, which doesn't make that big a difference in the end, because this will be on the bottom like this, like so, but there's a, I don't know, 1/4 inch gap, which, like I said, in the end it won't make that much difference, because when I do the cutout for the license plate, that'll go away. That'll change. So it's a boo-boo, but it's not a big boo-boo. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a piece of flat sheet to lay in here, and I'm going to bend it around. I got a piece of pipe over there. I'm just going to bend it around the pipe and bring it back and clamp it in. And then I'm going to go bend the other one and clamp it in, hopefully. and see what that looks like. So lay those right there. Hang on just a second. Let me go bend this one. Okay. I just bent that around a piece. I got a piece of, I don't know what that is, 2-inch round pipe. I just bent that around there. So let's see. How am I going to do this? Let me tighten that up just a little bit. What do I do with my hammer? Get that one close. Yeah, that's pretty close. Let me go see if I can get lucky enough to bend the other one that way the first time. So this. A little too much. Let me grab another pair of pliers. Okay, let's see. Oh, come on. Well, crap. Those suck. See if these are any better. I only have a couple of the bigger ones, the longer ones. Let's try this. Stay. Okay, it stayed. I think what I'm gonna do, that's not pulling in real tight right there. I got to work with that a little bit. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my drill. I'm gonna drill me some holes for some clecos, and then I'll be able to run this underneath like so. Let's see. Yeah, how about that? Let's see if I can get this one to clamp. Let's see. Got another one of these somewhere. Can't find nothing when I need it. Inside here. Can't find those. Let's see if I can make. Didn't want to use these because they're so heavy. Let's see. That's not gonna work, is it? Where is it? I can clamp this one right here. That. Now like that. Hey! Now, what I bet you's not gonna happen when I go to drill this for my clecos, that's all gonna fall apart. Because I want to put the clecos in, get it all in place, and then I want to mark everything where I need to cut it. Because I want to butt weld everything. I'm going to butt weld it and grind it smooth. And then I'm going to come in just below the weld and try and bead roll a thing in there to kind of match like this area, but I'll have to bead roll it right on that line, and then the dropout for my license plate is going to be right here. So I wonder if I can keep that bead roll right there above while I'm going to cut that license plate out. Can't beat on that. That wants to come off of there. Let me see if I can get some clecos up here. Let me measure that real quick. That's right, it's 6 inches. Well, so I'm gonna have to trim the bottom of that panel off. So what is that? That's 5 3/4. About 5 3/4. I guess I'll be okay. That one's a little more than 5 3/4 down there. Maybe the panel's, oh, there we go. That'd be perfect. See that coming. So I got to raise that up. Must have a hump in the middle or something. Hang on. Yeah, that's more better. That's more better. I wonder if it'll work. Cross my fingers. Find my drill. Get a drill bit. Get a brand new one, never been used, maybe it'll work better. Well, Alright, think this is gonna work? Or am I gonna make a mess? Come on. Quit walking over. Quit. Knew it. Knew that was gonna happen. Trying to get too much at one time. There's that. I guess let's try one side at a time. Another cleco. Alright. I'll tell you what. I did get it started, didn't I? Work with me. Just work with me for a minute. There we go. Absolute disaster time. Okay. This reach. Barely. Okay. Now we might be cooking with grease. Oh yeah, look at there, huh? That's working, huh? Get that one loose. So move this. Let me do this. Okay, well, that's the bottom part. Now let's see if we can do that. I mean, that's the top part. Now let's see if we can do the bottom part. Just like that. Make sure. Go right out. Look over here. Corner in there tight. Well, I guess I need another bit. Well, had that battery died, and then this one doesn't have very much charge. Real quick, before this one quits on me, I think I'm going to put 2 more clecos in and see what that looks like. And y'all tell me, you know, make a few comments. Tell me if it looks okay. And I got to find my center, which is about right there, and then mark center, so that way I'll know where the license plate is going to go. Let me drill these out, put 2 more clecos in. Ow! That's why I wear a glove. Oh wow. Raining, storming. I hope the power didn't go out. That's gonna suck. Now, need 1 more cleco, don't I? 1 more cleco. Okay. Take these pliers off. So far, what do you guys think? So what I end up wanting to do is I'm going to cut this panel right here and butt weld that together, and then after I butt weld that panel together and make that one piece, I may stick a piece in here just to bridge this opening while I get it all put together, because I want to, once this is flat, then I'm going to mark this line right here, and I'll mark this line right here, and I'm going to cut that off, cut the outside edges off of that, and then butt weld that in. And so I have to butt weld that in and grind that all down, and then I can measure and fit for where the license plate is going to go. The other thing I got to do with this thing, so I got to figure out with the owner what kind of lights he wants, what tail lights he wants, because I'm going to have to fit tail lights in here also, and that's going to make a difference on me bead roll. I probably am not going to bead roll this panel because I don't know what tail lights I'm going to have. I don't know. Let's say to be determined if I bead roll or not. Let me check to make sure how. Okay. Quarters. Okay, all my measurements are good. I'll back up and look at that and make sure. Okay. Well, it looks pretty even getting back and eyeballing it. This little edge right here is not perfectly straight, so I'm going to have to tweak that when I go to weld it together. Probably can pull this cleco out and get that pulled up just a little bit to make sure that's perfectly level. It's late in the day. I think I'm gonna call it a day on this one. I hope you're enjoying it so far, and I hope it turns out looking better than the fiberglass one. The fiberglass one really I don't like, and I know it's not my ride, it's Mark's ride, but I really didn't care for that thing. At least with this, I got enough lip under here. I can drill the holes out, I can make mounting points. When all this is together and solid, that's going to be really solid when it's all welded together. So I'm going to leave it at that for today, and I'm going to call it a day, and I'll be back. Well, let's see. Oh, tomorrow, I can't work on it tomorrow. Today is a Friday, tomorrow's a Saturday. Tomorrow, my son and daughter-in-law are having the reveal party for my first grandbaby. So tomorrow, I'll know exactly what we're having grandchild-wise, whether it's a granddaughter or grandson. I'll know tomorrow. I'm excited, my wife is excited, and we're really ready to find out. My wife's ready to find out because she wants to buy things and she wants to know what the baby's going to be so she can buy boy things or girl things, because she's been putting off buying much of anything until she finds that out. So I'll know tomorrow. So when I come back to work on this again, will probably be Sunday. I'll probably come in Sunday and work on it. And if I come back Sunday and work on it, or whatever day I come back to work on it, as soon as I do, I will tell you guys what we're having. So we're excited. So I had some comments when I mentioned it that we were having our first grandbaby. I appreciate all those comments. And if you like what's going on so far, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button. I think about half the time I forget to even ask. So I always write it in the description and stuff. I ask to subscribe and all that stuff. So I'll ask now, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. I would appreciate it greatly. So until the next day, it'll only be a few seconds for you guys. So till then, I'll see you later. All right, back on it. What I went ahead and did, I drew my lines to where I need to cut the panels, and then I made witness marks so I'll know where it needs to line up at. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull the clecos out. I'm going to take this panel out first. I'm going to cut it here and weld that together. Then I'm going to stick it back together and check everything. And then I'm going to cut these panels down. I may go ahead and cut the panels while I got them apart, so it's not such a big a panel as to work with, but that's the plan. So cut the panels down, butt everything together, and I'm gonna butt them up on my table and clamp them down. That way they're there and in place, and tack it all together, and then I'll refit it before I do the final weld. I'll tack it all together and check it, and then get back on it. So here we go. Alright, y'all get the gist of what I'm doing. So I'm gonna just keep going like I'm going and grind it down, and want to get it all welded together. I'll be back. So stick with me. Okay, here's what I got. I finished grinding it, or finished welding, finished grinding everything down. I got it fitted back up in place. I'm gonna find my center line right here, and then I'm gonna measure and mark out for the license plate. So that's where I'm at right now. I hope y'all think it looks okay, and I'm gonna try and figure out how big. I think that license plate opening is like 13 inches. So I'm gonna measure that out and mark it out, and I'm gonna put you on some time warp while I'm doing that. So stick around. All right, I got everything marked out. Here's the center. Here's the outside edge where the license plate thing needs to go. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna frame up the license plate opening and pretty much just make the license plate opening, and then bring it over here and set it in, and see, mark where I need to cut it out, and I'll cut it out and then set it in there, and then I can tack weld it in. Then I'll take this back off, bring it to the table, and finish welding and grinding it. So I think that's my game plan right now. Stick with me. Alright, what you guys saw me do, trying to get this set up, is I cut a sheet. It's 13 by 4.5. So I'll come about an inch down from the top of the pan. I made some flanges the same length. And what I'm going to do is lay these in here, okay, and it makes my pocket. And then this one will turn the other way. It'll lay in like so. Put it like that. It'll lay in like so. And that'll be the bottom of the roll pan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld all this together, then I'm gonna go measure it over there to see where I need to cut it out. I'll make my marks, cut the pan, then I can set this in, and this edge will weld in with the pan, and then the bottom will weld in right here, so the license plate will fit, because it's gonna hang down a little bit further than this. And that's the way the other roll pan was set up. So I set this one up basically the same way. So this is what I'm gonna do. So stick with me. Alright guys. I forgot to turn the camera on. So I came over here. I laid the piece up. I marked it with the marker. Cut it out with the, what do they call it, the zip cut. Fitted it in, tacked it in, so it's in there now. So I got to finish weld the outside, grind it down, and it'll be done. So hang around just a second, and I'm gonna finish welding it up, I'm gonna grind those edges down and we'll come back and see what it looks like. So stick around. Alrighty, well, all welded in, all ground down, finished up. So what do you guys think? I hope y'all like it. Main thing is, I hope he likes it. To me, I like it a whole lot better than that dead gum fiberglass one. So, and that is what's Scott from Classic Car Studio said. Real deal steel. It ain't real if it ain't steel. So there it is. Good look at it again. I'll have to put some holes in it for the license plates to mount, or the license plate to mount, and I got to finish drilling my holes to bolt it up. It's just clamped in place right now. So, but there it is. That's it. Couple of things. Grandbaby wise, we found out we're having a grandbaby granddaughter, so a baby girl. So we're all excited. My wife is really excited. She's ready to start buying things for a little girl. I got to get to work up on that thing up there here pretty soon. On a different note, this will probably be the last video I have for a couple of weeks. Lost my sister, have to lay her to rest this week. So this video will go out this coming Friday, and then it'll probably be a couple of weeks before I get another one out. I don't know, unless I get one done tomorrow or something. I don't know, but we have to go out of town for that. So y'all might not see me after this video for a couple of weeks, but please stick with me. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I appreciate everybody that's watching. I appreciate everybody that's supporting the channel. Next video up, I'm going to get back on that. I think I'm going to work on the quarter panel. I got some stuff in the trunk and the tail light panel and both quarter panels to do, but I think I'm going to work on this quarter panel. So that should be next up. And then after I work on that, I'll go back to the 56, and then I'll go back to that. So the nightmare needs to get done. I've had it long enough. I need to get it finished up and ready to go back together. So that'll be the end of it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. And like I said, hey, always keep your head up. Don't look down on yourself. Don't look down on others. Get out there and work on them old rides. Save a part of history. Till next time, bye.